Hello and welcome to my patio. So it's another edition of Conversations from my patio, and I was going to try to do these every Monday, but yesterday it was pouring down rain in Hawaii, so Conversations on the patio was not going to happen. So I decided today, and as I'm sitting here and I was trying to come up with what to talk about today, the only thing that really kept sticking in my mind is the fact that my son is going back to school tomorrow. So after 10 months of being at home and doing distance learning, he will be going back to school in face-to-face education for 2 days a week, only 2 days a week. But even that has me kind of anxious. Like, I'm very, very anxious about it. I've had my son in my little secure, safe little bubble for 10 months now. And I am a little nervous about sending him out there. And, you know, I hope that it's going to be okay. There was a lot of hesitation when deciding to do this, and we went back and forth with it a lot, because mentally he needs it. Like, he needs to be back in school. He's an only kid, so being around other kids is really important for him. He's also really social. My son's very, very social, so he needs that interaction, and he really hasn't been able to have that over the last 10 months. So when deciding to go back, we also had to take me into consideration because I'm extremely high risk. I'm immunocompromised. And if I get sick, if I was to get COVID, it probably wouldn't turn out very well. So there's that whole risk factor there. And balancing the two was very stressful. But what it basically came down to was mental health. My son's mental health right now needs to be more important than my physical health. We've been dealing with a lot of outbursts and tantrums. And the only thing I can relate it back to is that he's frustrated and he's angry and he's scared and he misses his friends. Like, that's the big one, is he really, really misses his friends. Now, he's in therapy as well as I'm in therapy because I think it's very important. I think that I don't have all the answers. I wish I did. As his mom, I wish I had all the answers, but I don't have all the answers. So getting that extra help from somebody else is very important. It also gives him an outlet of somebody to talk to that's not me or his father or his grandmother, which I also think is very important. And I also want my son to learn that there's no shame in it. Like, there's no shame in going to therapy. There's a lot of people that won't do therapy because of the stigma behind it, and it's sad because it's very important. I've been in and out of therapy since I was, 16 years old, I think was the first time I went to a therapist. And I have no problem with it. Like, I don't. I think it's, in fact, I know I need it. I know I need therapy. I mean, the stuff that goes on in my brain is, I need to have that outlet, and it's very important. And I want my son to understand that. I also want him to learn that his emotions are okay. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be happy, of course, you know? I want him to know that any emotion he's feeling is okay. It's how we express those emotions that are sometimes not okay. So I want him to learn that. And so yes, this whole thing has taken a big hit to my son's mental health. So me and my husband and I basically decided that his mental health outweighs the physical risk to me. And at this point, we need to put him first. I mean, we always put him first, but we really need to put him first right now. And we needed to get him back into a face-to-face setting for education. Yeah, but I'm scared. I am. I'm really scared, and I'm really nervous, and I really wish we had the vaccine already which I know the vaccine, I've talked about it before. I know that it's not the answer, that, you know, it's not this like magic ticket that's just going to make it all go away, but at least I know that if I did get sick, I'd have a better chance at surviving it. But it's heavy on me. I hope that it's okay. I hope I'm doing the right thing. I hope I'm making the right decision. I think for him, for his mental health, I definitely am making the right decision. He's already so excited. He's so excited to go back to school. And that to me speaks volumes. The fact that, and he actually asked me to go back to school. He said, Mommy, I'm ready to go back to school. And I said, okay. I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. And I explained to him, I'm like, you're going to have to wear a mask all day. You're not going to be able to get close to your friends. So he understands all that. And I think he just wants to be able to be in the same presence as his friends. He wants to be able to be in the same room as his friends. He wants to be able to face-to-face interact with his friends, because he hasn't been able to do that. And it's important, and he needs it, and I'm going to respect him for that, and I'm going to let him have what he wanted. So ultimately he made the decision, and then me and my husband talked about it, and then one day, actually the day that I decided to do it, we were having a really rough day, and he just kept acting out, and I just finally said, you know what, he needs to go back to school. So that's pretty much how the decision was made. And I think it'll be better for us too, because we've been around each other so much that he's really started to use me as a crutch for a lot of things. And I really need him to learn to be independent of me, if that makes sense. Like, he can still depend on me, but I want him to know that he doesn't always need mommy. Like, mommy's always here, of course, and mommy will be here. But I need him to learn to be independent of me, because there's going to be some times when I can't be here. And there's going to be some times where, mommy just isn't as healthy as she's supposed to be and can't be here. So I think this is good. I know this is good. As much as it's messing with my anxiety, it's a good thing. It's a really good thing. And I feel like it's all going to be okay. I do. I feel like it's going to be okay, regardless of what happens. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just send out some good vibes, you guys, because tomorrow's going to be an exciting day for him. And it's going to be a stressful day for me. And I know other parents are going through it too. So if you're out there and you're going through it and you're sending your kids back to school, if your kids are already in school, you know what? We as parents, we didn't want to do this. This wasn't on our agenda when we became parents, right? To parent through a pandemic. And I think that every single one of us is just doing the best we can with the cards that have been dealt to us. And, we're all doing a good job. We're doing a good job. I know for myself, I constantly feel like I'm failing. But you know what? They're still here. They're still healthy. And they're going to be okay. Our kids are going to be okay. Hopefully everything will be somewhat back to normal soon, and it'll be okay. And that's just what we got to keep thinking about. So with that, I will end the conversations for today. If you like what you guys see, don't forget to subscribe. If you like the video, don't forget to like, and shoot me a comment. Let me know if you have any questions or any feedback, or if there's something that you would like to see me discuss. Other than that, have a great day, and remember to stay safe and stay well.